Well, hello YouTube. So, this is how I've been riding the Monkey for the last couple of weeks in this configuration with all the bits and pieces I've bought for it. And one of the things I noticed is I get quite a lot of fatigue from the wind, because you tend to hold on to the handlebars more than grip the tank. So I think I've got the solution to the fatigue I've been suffering from, and it was delivered this morning from Motor Planet in so I think it's the south of England, and it's here. It's a Puig bat screen. I'll get it unwrapped and let you have a look at it. Yet again, another beautifully wrapped piece of equipment, as is all the Puig gear I buy, and that's one of the reasons I buy it. It's nice quality. Yet again, all the component parts just the same as the screen on the CL. The difference being this one is bigger. It's a bit hard to tell. Don't quite know how I can show you this. It's about half as big again anyway. And this is the darker screen. That's the mid tint. This one is the dark tint. And there we go. I don't know if you can see the difference. So I just wanted to show you this. This is one of the shells, and it's the numbered 6 and 7, is it? I've just done it. Yeah, 5 and 3 and 6 and 7, I think it is. Is that right? 6 and 7 were right. So it's that. So this is part 7, and the thinner part is 6. So you have a thick liner and a thin liner. Put that spare back in the bag, and then I knew I'd do that. Can you see? They fit like that, and they have little locating pins. Pretty neat, well made. It's quite a neat little system. There's one that I've mounted, and here's the other one, and it's just a nylock nut, and it's captive bolt, and because I've got this bag on, I'm having to jiggle around a little bit. When they came, I was hoping they'd be chrome, but actually now they're here, I'm glad they're actually powder black. I think that's better. I want them to disappear. So this is the universal fly screen that's on the CL. It's a nice screen, but because it's a more rounded screen, it's a little bit harder to fasten the fittings on the ball joint here. And let's say it's half the size of the screen that's on the Monkey. So now the Monkey bike, and as you can see, it's a lot darker screen I've got, but I got it because it matches, see all this black, it's more in keeping. However, these fittings, which are difficult, hang on, let me see if I've got the right place here. Yeah, where's my finger? There it is. These fittings, which are difficult to fit on the fly screen, are a piece of cake. This is a flatter screen, so it's just I found it easy to fit, and knowing what I know now, it's an option I could put on the CL. However, I think on the CL it'd be too big, whereas on this bike with its high-rise handlebars, I think it's fine. Yeah, pleased with that. And the view from on board. Okay, so now we're on the drift camera, and we've got? 2,466 miles. It's time to see if this little screen is any better. I was actually thinking about getting a back screen for the CL, but having seen this on here, I'm glad I went with I'm glad I went with the universal fly screen for the CL. But I think on this bike, the universal fly screen might have looked a little bit lost. When I ordered it, it showed the mounts in chrome, and I thought about it. I thought it'd be quite nice if they come in the chrome, but actually it's better they were black because they get lost in all the clutter. It'd just be interesting to see if it takes that horrible wind pressure off my chest, because it wears you out. You don't notice it when you're on country lanes. It don't matter. It's when you're on roads like this. Well, it's certainly no more noisy and there's no turbulence, so that's one good thing. And it definitely has an amount of adjustment which I can add to it. I think actually if I push it forward a little bit, make it more upright, that might help. But yeah, it's definitely it feels calmer around this middle part of the bike where I was getting all the wind pressure on my chest. I'm not gripping the handlebars like I used to do at all. No, I think it was that, gripping, and I was getting pains under my arm, and I think I was just hanging on too tight. But it didn't, 50 miles an hour, you turn into a parachute on this little bike, especially when you're as tall as I am. And I thought, just for a change, I would put all the accessories back on that I'd bought for it and then taken off. It's nice to have a change. I mean, summer comes along, I might go the other way, I don't know. But just at the moment, my sheepskin's nice and cosy to sit on, and my Rickle seat cover is stopping me behind from aching the way it was. It's got nothing to do. The bike, this is a very, very comfortable bike. The problem is my flipping damaged nerves in my back from my spine operation. 3 fractured vertebrae and arthritis in my spine, that's the problem. All now healed, but they've all done a little bit of damage, take a little pinch here and a little pinch there, and causes me all kinds of problems. No, this is good. It feels unusual having this in front of me. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. But it's turned it into a practical proposition. I like using this bike, I really do. I probably like using this bike more than my CL. Simply because it's light and it's easy to operate. The CL's no heavyweight, like was it 194? Put a bit more on. I'm coming into a 40, so after back. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's moderately breezy day. It's a good test for it. So the next thing I want to do is get me DID 428 O-ring chain fitted. I was talking to Harry B last night, and he explained, he said the chain that's on it is a 420. He said the 420 chains are O-rings, so you've got like a bicycle chain, you've got to keep them really well oiled, which I haven't really done with this. I've not really bothered with it because I knew I was going to swap it. But I was going to ask Rich if he would help me with it, but I'm always asking him to do bits and pieces, so I think it's a bit too cheeky. So I think what I might have to do is maybe book it into R&M and get Ray to swap it and get it done that way. But I'm not swapping the chain because the monkey bike chain has wore out. I'm swapping it because I'm doing it as an upgrade. I just feel a bit happier with an O-ring chain on, especially if I want to take it up into the Dales and places like that. I've heard a few people say, there was one lad who lives in Norfolk, he went across to the Dragon Rally, and he said that he had the OEM chain on, and it actually came off. And he said, that apart from that, the bike was fine, but he said you're definitely going to get a DID 428 and sprockets for it. And I've got them. I've had them. I bought them last year. The bike's now done 2,470 miles, and Nick said most people would wear the chain out in 3,000 miles because of the nature of it. He said because you're so gentle, he said you probably do a lot more than that. He said, but if you're going to go out on journeys where the bike's going to be constantly running at 45-50 miles an hour, then it makes sense to put a tougher chain on. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to ring Ray later this morning and just say to him, will he do it? It'll probably cost me 50 quid to get it fitted, but it'll be worth it. I don't work on the bike. Nothing where it's, chains, mechanical, engine, brakes. I'm not a mechanic, and I'd rather have the I know that it's been done properly, and there's no issues with it. It's the safety factor, that's what I'm trying to say. I know there's a few people who will say, oh, I don't like it, and for whatever reason, fine, that's good. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I do, so cool. Anyway, another little vlog done. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm popping into the doctor's now, so I'll speak to you all again real soon. Bye for now. Ta-ta.